Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the LeJit Podcast. You okay there, sir?
All right, JaVale McGee. We are your oh, did you start?
I did. No. We are your hosts.
Okay.
I am Rio One, and he's.
Oh, my fault. This is K&K. Yes, my bad.
This man's so focused on his being a GM over there.
Life is good. You know what I mean?
And we kick things off with weekly updates of ourselves
On the bull crap of our life. Yes, the bull crap.
I mean, this week has been cool. It's been all right. You know what I mean? Nothing to write home to.
You must have had some good news.
Nah, just going through life. Hopefully, some new opportunities arise, and I can, put that on. I can take that and run with it.
Sound like you got something under your sleeve.
Magic Rio, maybe? Who knows? Now that sound like a stripper name.
Anyway, I heard you were a strip.
Nah. If I was stripping,
maybe
Magic Rio's not a bad name.
Okay, all right. I think it is. Anyway, but yeah, my week is the same. Got 2 weeks left in this job. 4 weeks left of school. Life is good. So, just going through the motions. Nothing new.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, hopefully y'all having a better week than us. My knee has not been feeling the greatest as well. Yeah, I'm just like over here like
Your rage.
Bang bang. Oh my God. Okay. All right. You think Josh appreciates you coming back?
Yeah. Gotta get my my clout up. But nah. Yeah. Action figure legs.
Bang bang.
You got them adjustable adjustments.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I said nothing, Rage.
Yeah.
Rage. I truly fucks with you, Rage.
We want all the smoke.
I don't want anything. I am cool.
I want all the smoke. Joshua.
I am cool with Rage and YRG community. Those guys are cool.
Your name is what? Your name is Joshua. Who's scared of a Joshua?
All right. Rage is only but 3 hours from you.
I want all the smoky dope.
Oh man. So this episode's gonna be interesting. We got a lot to talk about. Namely, the NBA playoffs are about to kick off. As we're recording this, the Pacers and the Hornets have already played their play-in game, and that was a blowout. Were you not entertained by the play-in game?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, the fact that Airbnb got put out after having such one of the toughest
it's good for business.
Duo names I've ever heard, ever. That happens to them.
It was good for business.
I gotta get. I need a T-shirt, Charlotte or LaMelo. Somebody. I need a shirt. Airbnb shirt.
Don't ask the ball family. They don't know how to give up things that you pay for. Bang bang. Yeah.
He's just.
Yeah, we know about your scandals.
He's just taking shots today. I see.
Yeah. A lot more. Bang bang. We might add a little dude love clip there. Maybe. Anyway. Yeah, so Charlotte disappointed us all and got mollywopped today. And so now we're waiting for the winner between the Washington Wizards and the Boston Celtics.
And you said you had the Wizards, right?
I do. I have Mr. Triple Double and Mr. Give him 50 any day.
These guys have been hooping.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Westbrook is third in MVP standings.
What?
Yeah, and I know. I'm just.
I don't know about
I'm just
that.
not a big proprietor on the Embiid train, you know.
He's top 5.
Oh,
my God.
oh,
Draymond, come on, brother.
you saying Westbrook's top 5?
Yeah, I'd have Nikola, Embiid, Chris Paul,
See
Steph. Then
now,
West.
okay, Chris Paul. We're just factoring the fact that Chris Paul helped the team get to this point, right? Because it's not his stats.
He played pretty
It's definitely
good.
not his stats. I think
His stats aren't
these
horrible.
are the lowest his stats have been in quite a while. So it ain't.
He was a factor.
You know, I can get with the Chris Paul thing, but if we're talking about, you know, I'm not sure, man. I really am not sure. Here's my problem, and with the whole MVP thing, I feel like the NBA needs to do like baseball, and I think hockey does it too. Oh, and football does it. I think we need to.
Offensive player.
I think we need an offensive player of the year. I think we need a most valuable player of the year. Because
that makes sense.
it's hard to say, because if you think about it, LeBron, besides this year, has been the most valuable player of all time. He would have
Right.
more of those awards if the NBA had created an offensive player of the year award. He'd have way more MVPs as it stands right now, and then people wouldn't have to debate and refute other people's awards or whatnot. Because people be like, oh, you know, you should take away Harden's MVP or you can take away Westbrook's MVP, but you can't really take them away. I get LeBron, but them guys balled those years. So had we had an Offensive Player of the Year award, those guys wouldn't have gotten Offensive Player of the Year, and then LeBron would have got MVP, and it would have just made way more sense.
Right. I mean, yeah, because a year like when Russ won the MVP, he averaged a triple double. Although his team wasn't even, I don't believe they were top 4 in the West.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know if they were top 5, but that was still a significant achievement. So he rightfully deserved that because he was the most valuable player. But I do agree with the offense, because I don't understand, how do you have a defensive player of the year but not an offensive player of the year? That doesn't make sense. I don't get that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
And then the parameters should be set. Like, if you win MVP, you can't win Offensive Player of the Year. No. Like, if you made it like that, then it would spread around more accolades and people wouldn't sit in there and be getting mad. Like a year like this year, Jokic is our MVP. I think we all agree on that.
Right.
But Steph could easily have been Offensive Player of the Year, and everybody would have been fine with that. But now you got this issue where people are like debating on whether Steph should get MVP, and it's hard to even like vouch for that because of the fact that the Warriors are a seed. And
Yeah, I do feel like the team success should have an impact on MVP votes.
that's usually how
Not
it
taking anything away
was.
from Steph. Right.
So
Yeah, but you know.
they just need to consider the added Offensive Player of the Year. And that shouldn't be too hard to do. I mean, they added a play-in. So Adam Silver needs to get on that. And so next year we can,
Yeah, like step up, Adam.
Uh,
We already pissed that you didn't put Kobe as the NBA logo, and we let that slide and barely. So you need to tee up.
At what point are we gonna change the logo? Because this is like I get it, history.
I don't, because even Jerry West said he wanted to change. He was okay with Mike taking it. He was okay with Braun taking it. He was okay with Kobe taking it. So why aren't y'all changing it?
Maybe it's like a marketing thing. Maybe it's like a business thing. We don't know, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Maybe because
they could have changed it if they wanted to.
Yeah, because it'd be refreshing. Be somebody new.
Why, just for you old heads to be saying, "Oh, I was there when they had the first logo. Y'all got this new guy."
Nah, it's just it'd be refreshing. Cause I mean,
like,
no offense to Jerry West, but like, there's been so many better players. No offense, Jerry.
He was even better players when he was playing.
That's what I'm saying.
Of his generation.
I don't even know like how the decision came about. Really.
What was the logo before then?
I don't think they
just the basketball.
I don't think they did. I think it was just the letters, right? It was like ABA and NBA.
Imagine. I would even been cool with Dr. J being it or Kareem.
Kareem Skyhook would have been a tough logo. That would have been a clean logo.
Could you imagine if we had Mike's dunk or LeBron's tomahawk dunk or Kobe fadeaway or
something? Because no offense, Jerry. Like I said.
No, all offense, Jerry. You don't deserve it.
Bang bang. What's with you today?
I'm just a realist. Yeah. I've been thinking about changing up some things.
What are you talking about?
In due time. It's still in the works.
Okay.
All right, Blake. All right, I'm done playing this. But yeah. So, reverting back to the NBA playoffs. So we kind of discussed this off air about our predictions and teams winning what round and how many games and all that stuff.
And I'll be sure to put an updated bracket up so y'all can see.
Yeah. So y'all see who we think will win each playoff series in its respective games. And he hasn't really came to the conclusion of who he thinks gonna win. But we both have the Lakers in Brooklyn making the finals. And I, of course, have the Lakers. But he hasn't given a direct answer as of yet.
It's just tough to say,
Sounds like you're scared.
I don't like being wrong on predictions, it's one of those things where like you feel like it's the year that they like the Nets. 'Cause every time a dominant team appears, they always end up winning. But you just, I don't know,
I mean, upsets do happen. And usually the first year is always the toughest year.
Yeah.
When you form a team.
It, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, are we gonna go like through the bracket and say who we think?
I mean, we can if you want.
Um,
Let me pull it up.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of interesting first round matchups. We'll see. We'll see. Some of these guys, this is gonna be like some of these guys like first like real playoff uh playing and
Right.
well, it'll be very
I
interesting.
mean, so where you want to start at?
Let's start with the East and go to the West.
Okay. If this thing decides to load. All right. Apparently. Okay. So in the East, we're gonna start from the top, go down.
Yeah. Oh, let's start with the. Well,
Okay.
we already
So
talked about the play-in, so let's just start with, uh, like, yeah. Let's start with 1-8 and like 2-7, like that.
okay. So as the eighth seed, I am choosing the Boston Celtics because I have watched the Wizards winning the play in. I have Boston beating the Pacers to be the eighth seed, and I got Philly coming out of that in 5 games.
Against Boston.
Yes.
If it's Philly Boston, I am going to take Philly in a. I'm gonna take Philly. Yeah, 5 games. I was gonna give Philly the sweep, but maybe Tatum
Yeah.
gives them one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, we agree on that. Now, one of the series people are most excited about, the New York Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah,
I got New York winning in 6.
this is one that I'm looking forward to. Uh, my one of my young Bulls, Ice Trey,
All right.
and it's first playoffs against Derrick Rose, Julius Randle. I think it's gonna be fire. The series is gonna be cool. I'm uh going with the Knicks in 6. I like saying that. Knicks in 6.
All right. Well, okay. Are you? All right. So we have Milwaukee and Heat. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if either team, whoever came out, I really wouldn't be surprised at the winner. Um, I'm of the belief if Milwaukee wins, it's in 5. If the Heat win, it's in 7. That's my belief.
I am. Yeah, this is an interesting series. Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised who came out of it. Um, but I do think Milwaukee is a different team this year. They added Drew
Right.
Holiday, they added PJ Tucker. Chris Middleton has been playing amazing. Giannis has been actually shooting the basketball and shooting at a pretty decent clip. Um, he doesn't take bad shots. That helps. I
Right.
I am I'm gonna go with Milwaukee in 6. I wouldn't be surprised if the series went 7.
Interesting.
Um, uh, Miami. I would feel better about Miami if Oladipo was healthy and playing. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go Milwaukee in 6 games. I think they
Okay.
finally get that monkey off their back in Miami, because Miami has had their number for.
Okay. And one of my favorites, Washington, Brooklyn. Now, I have Washington losing. I have Brooklyn winning in. I'm gonna say 5. I want to say 6, but I'm gonna say 5.
Yeah, I was right there with you. I was like, can they get 2 off of them? Gonna be tough. Get 2 off of them. And then that seemed to be playing good basketball right now. Harden's getting his little rest.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Brooklyn in 5. It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough 5 though. It ain't gonna be no pushover 5.
That's true. I believe but probably one game is gonna be only one is gonna be a blowout. The rest are gonna be close games.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Now you want to do the first round on the West, or you want to just continue at the East?
We'll finish up the East.
All right, so that leaves us New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Any series that the Knicks are gonna be playing in is gonna be very interesting, entertaining. This is gonna be a dogfight.
Yeah, because that's I'm a defensive guy. For you guys that don't know, so like me seeing New York Knicks versus Philly is a great match. That's a great series. As for me, I wouldn't be surprised if New York won. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But they, of course, are the underdogs. So just because of playoff experience alone, I'm gonna say Philly in 6. Could go 7, but I'm gonna say in 6.
Yeah, this is gonna be a dogfight. Wait, do we got anything updated on Mitchell Robinson?
Not that I know of.
If Mitchell Robinson is back and healthy for this series, that changes everything. The Knicks are just gonna have a tough time holding Embiid, really, and it'd be interesting to see what we get out of Ben Simmons in this whole like playoff run. No, we know Ben Simmons is a great defender. I think in this playoff run though, Philly's gonna need him to score more. I think he's gonna have to average probably around 18, 20 points a game. So it's gonna be interesting. I got the Sixers in 6.
Yeah. Like I said, it could go 7. I wouldn't be surprised if it went 7 and the Knicks won. I wouldn't be surprised. But like I said, just off of playoff experience alone, I'm gonna choose Philly in 6. I just looked up his status and it doesn't say a clear cut date on when he'll be back, so ain't no telling.
Yeah, if he's not playing, I could see it going 6. If he is playing and healthy, I could see this being an upset in 7.
Yeah.
It'll be a hell of a series.
Oh no! Why, Rob? I'm sorry. Breaking news! Robin Lopez just hit the Hakeem Dream shake in the post.
Yeah, as we're recording this, Wizards and Celtics are live playing right now.
I didn't know Robin had a Duffy like that.
It's probably the smallest Duffy you've seen.
You gotta carry on.
It's more like a fanny pack or something like that.
Alright, so now arguably one of my favorites I'm looking forward to past the first round. Milwaukee Nets. Now, we've seen a little taste of this. They've played twice, back to back, and if I'm not mistaken, Milwaukee won both.
Yeah.
And they were close games. Well, I know the first one was. I'm not sure about the second one, but the that was a very interesting series because it's like how does Milwaukee go about guarding the three? You know, because they have three very offensive juggernauts, and only Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton can do so much. Who guards the other guy, right? So that's interesting. And then for the Nets, it's like how do they go about stopping Giannis from getting whatever he wants in the paint? So if I'm a betting man, I'm going Nets in 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it wins 7, but I got Nets in 6.
Yeah, this is one of those series where I'm like, man, this sucks because like I don't want to see Milwaukee get bounced like this in the second round. You know what I mean?
That's a beautiful challenge.
But I want Giannis and I would want Giannis to go against KD in the conference finals, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
all they had to do was let the Knicks get the third seed, and they would have dropped the 4. Then they would have had that.
But so with me saying that, y'all should know who my pick is. I do think it's gonna be a dogfight, though. I think Giannis is gonna take it upon himself to guard KD. But I mean, guarding KD is no simple task.
Right. I mean, to be fair, neither one of them can guard each other on the other end. So. KD's not stopping Giannis from getting in the paint, and KD's getting 30 on Giannis. So, hey.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, those the 2 games that they played and beat the Nets in, there was no James Harden.
Right.
I think it'll be a little different, with James Harden in the fold, and it's gonna be quite challenging for Milwaukee to compete.
So you like me? You got Nets in 6?
Yeah, I got the Nets in 6, and I think like 2 of those are gonna be like blowouts.
Interesting. I think it'll be one blowout.
I think 2 of them will be blowouts. And then I think the games that Milwaukee win will be like the close ones. It'll be some close Nets games.
Interesting. Okay. Which leads us to Nets Philly. Now, I'm going to just keep it a buck. I got Nets winning this in a smooth 5-6 games. 5-6 games.
No chance for Philly?
I just don't think they can. I mean, don't get me wrong. Joel should have the series of his life. This should be the best series Joel has ever played in, statistically wise. But as far as winning, no, man. I got Nets, man. That close. Believe it or not, the Philly series, I believe that's going to be the series that Kyrie goes off in.
Yeah, because Ben's gonna have his hands full. It might be a James Harden series. It might be a James Harden and Kyrie series. I think they're gonna have taking turns.
I would think Harden goes off. I think Harden's series will be first round against Washington. KD's will be Milwaukee, and Kyrie's will be Philly. Then they all, do their thing in the finals.
Yeah, I think you know, I think you're right. I Philly does have good defensive players, though. It's for how long can those defensive players hold these guys is the question. And then these dudes are just on another level
Yeah,
in terms of talent. So
yeah. Offensively is crazy, but yeah, I love it. You know, something new.
it is something new.
Not everybody likes it, but hey, something new, man.
It is something new. It's gonna be cool.
Nets in the finals.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. Although there have been people I've seen to give their opinion who are real well respected, not like in the NBA, of course, but like in YouTube or whatever. They say they have Milwaukee coming out. Now, if Milwaukee makes it to the finals, I mean, I would be surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'd be shocked.
Um, yeah, but hey, you can't knock it. If Giannis were to knock out this next team, it's a huge boost. That's a huge boost on his resume.
Yeah. He'd be a hero for a lot of people. Um, Dude, that'd be crazy if Giannis beat the Nets.
Yeah, it would.
And it's possible the Nets could absolutely just fold in these playoffs. No, it's possible. Anything's
You're right. But KD doesn't fold. We know Kyrie really doesn't fold like that. It's up to Harden because we've all gave him this stigma and in this look that he's very untrustworthy, and
the thing that would
that's
the
a
thing that would
thing.
hurt the Nets the most in going into the playoffs is ISO ball. If they get too ISO heavy, that's gonna hurt them a lot. They've been a way better team when they are moving the ball around.
But they have a lot of things going against them. They had from the defense to, you have we have two somewhat injury prone people, and then you have three guys who love to play ISO ball, missing a lot of games due to injuries, so the chemistry's not that really there. So they got a lot of things going against them, but you never know. So we're gonna see.
It's gonna be.
I think they'll figure it out.
Looking forward to it.
Now, before we go to the West, if the Washington Wizards were to go up 2-1 on the Nets, what would your mind be thinking?
This is going 7.
Interesting.
I'd be like, this is for sure going 7 games. I don't see it like that. It would take some like collapse and losing focus by the Nets, but I think most of those Nets players are on a mission. It's gonna be a first championship for a lot of those guys. Some of those guys want to got a lot to prove. They can do things on their own.
Yeah, everybody on that team has something to prove, whether it be I can win on my own, or I can win by leading a team, or I can win without him. So it's a lot of things that are attached to the Nets story wise, but I'm looking forward to it. So now we go to the East. Excuse me, the West. All right, so with the 9-10 play-in game, Grizzlies in San Antonio, I have I want to say Grizzlies, but it's hard to bet against Pop now that I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go San Antonio.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go San Antonio.
I'm right
Yeah, I'm gonna
there
go San
with you.
Antonio.
I was thinking like, oh no, the Grizzlies should win this, but I'm not gonna bet against Pop. And the Spurs have been playing really, really good as of late. Um, they are defensive oriented as well. DeJounte Murray is starting to come into his own, so I'm gonna go with Pop as first. This one.
Okay. So with that being said, the Grizzlies will be knocked out, and the San Antonio Spurs will play the loser between the 7 and the 8.
Mm.
That being the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Now, the NBA knew what the heck they were doing, and they really tried their best to get this to happen, and they succeeded.
What do you mean?
All kudos to them. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. It makes money for them. They know it's going to be well televised, although Golden State is not completely healthy. It's the next chapter of the LeBron versus Steph Curry era rivalry quotations. So, you know, of course, Golden State will be the underdogs. I have the Lakers, not being biased. This is an unbiased prediction. I have the Lakers winning and putting Golden State in the second playing game against San Antonio.
Yeah, I got the Warriors.
Here we go.
I said that with the biggest grin on my face.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my team. So what? Sue me. You know?
All right.
Nah, if I'm being honest though, like,
go.
yeah, you would think the Lakers would win this, and yeah, the Lakers should win this. I'm picking the Lakers to win this, but I'm rooting for my team. You know, I got it's my team. But in all that actuality, I expect the Warriors to be playing Spurs.
Now that happens, the Lakers would take a hold of the 7th seed, and the Warriors would go play the San Antonio in the second play-in. And I think we both agree that we assume the Golden State Warriors will win that game and take the 8th seed.
Yeah. Spurs have been playing good though. I don't know. The Warriors are slowly getting a couple of players back, and I think they'll be fine against the Spurs. I could see that Spurs game being one of those Steph Curry games though, where he probably goes out and has to drop 40. I don't know how much help he gets in that game.
Okay. Yeah. I have that. Now, they will play Utah first round. Now, we go through the first round. Utah, Golden State. Now, I've spoken to some Golden State fans, and they feel like they have the number against Utah. They feel like they can upset Utah. Now, I don't feel that way, but then again, I'm here for the upsets. So, if Golden State were to beat Utah first round, I would be upset, only because of the second round matchup that would occur. But that's me. We're not there yet. So, me giving my prediction, I have Utah winning that in a cool 5 to 6 games.
Yeah, realistically, Utah has been playing great. They're the best 3-point shooting team in the league. They're supposed to win this series, and they're supposed to win this series pretty handedly, despite the Warriors having Steph and whatnot. Realistically, you would say Utah in 6. I'm gonna say, yeah. I am gonna actually pick the upset here. Not
Really?
being biased. I am going to pick the upset here and say the Warriors in 6. I don't know. Utah's giving me like. Utah's been giving me like fold vibes lately.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they were going to do it, it's gonna be in this series.
Okay. Okay. You have Utah. I have Utah. You have Golden State. Okay. So next series would be Clippers go Mavericks. I got Clippers winning that in a comfortable 5-game series.
The LA we don't want no smoke Clippers purposely take the game to play the Mavs.
Yeah. They knew what they were doing.
You know, yeah, I got the Clippers in 5. This is gonna be a short series. Luka can only do so much. Don't know if Porzingis will be. I don't think Porzingis will be back.
It don't matter if he was, they would still lose.
Yeah. I mean, to give them a better chance at least. But I got the Clippers in 5.
Glad we both agree. Now, we have Nuggets, Blazers. Now, this is one of those that can go either way. Would you agree?
Yeah. This is probably going to be one of the best series in the West.
So, Nuggets go and they lose their second best player. Blazers have never been trustworthy in the playoffs, though. It's difficult because if you ask me, you know what? I'm gonna go for the. I'm gonna say the upset. Yeah, I got the upset.
Portland.
I got Blazers winning. Yeah, I got Portland winning. I got Portland winning that in a 6-7 game series.
I know when we had talked about this, I was like, I was on Portland too. I'm starting to lean more towards Denver though. The more I think about the series, solely on the fact that like I think y'all had brought up defense, and I was just like, Portland doesn't really do that.
Yeah, but neither team really does.
I think Denver does more than
Portland's a better shooter.
I think Denver does more than Portland though. I think the series comes down to role players. What is Carmelo gonna bring? What is guys like MPJ and Austin Rivers gonna bring? No.
I forgot they got Austin Rivers. And JaVale McGee.
I think I'm gonna.
You know, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go Denver.
I'm gonna go Denver in 7.
6 or 7. Yeah, 6 or 7.
I'm gonna go Denver in 7. I think this is a 7-game series. Either way, I think it's gonna be one of the best series in the playoffs. If it doesn't go that way and like one of the teams dominate the other team, I'd be super shocked. Like, damn, I wasn't expecting that.
Which now will leave us to Portland. Phoenix versus Lakers.
I got the Lakers in 5.
I'm choosing the upset. I got the Lakers beating the Phoenix.
Okay. This is the narrative they all wanted, folks.
I got the 7th seed beating the 2nd seed. Who would have thought? Right?
This is the narrative they all wanted.
No. But it's just, I got Lakers in 5 or 6. I say 6 only because I feel like, Chris Paul himself can will them to a win. But I know him and Devin Booker combined will get them at least one. So
yeah, they'll get one. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Well, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if this was a sweep.
I wouldn't be either, but I'm gonna at least give them their respect. Their damn respect.
Okay.
Because I want mine too.
I got the Lakers in.
Shout out, Bron.
Bron, this is stupid James.
Wow. He doesn't like his own people.
I'm talking about his comments about the play-in.
That's okay. It's okay. We all know.
Moving right along.
So that would bring us to Utah versus Clippers, or as you think, Golden State versus Clippers. I have the Clippers winning that in a 6-7 game series. You know what? I'm gonna say 7. I have Clippers winning in 7.
If it is Clippers and Utah, I have the Clippers winning in 6. If it is Clippers Golden State, I have the Clippers winning in 5. I think Curry can get one off of the Clippers, but that's about it.
I think he can get 2.
I'll see it. It's gonna take. For him to get 2, it's gonna take one of those 60-point games. I don't know. Clippers are you gonna allow him?
It's Wardell, Stephen Curry the second. All you need is 40 from Steph and a triple double from Draymond.
And I need more than that. They're gonna need Jordan Poole to step up, and I need Wiggins to step up.
Well, either way, we have the Clippers winning that.
Yeah.
Which leads us to the Lakers, Nuggets. I have Lakers winning that in 5. Just like last
year. Yeah. Lakers in 5 should be a pretty easy series for the Lakers. Jokic is gonna probably do his thing, but it won't be enough.
Which now has the most anticipated series in the past 365 days, the Battle of LA. Now we have ourselves the Lakers versus the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. I am of the belief the Lakers, of course, are going to win this. I have them winning in 6 or 7. If it's I'm just gonna keep saying this. If any series goes 7 and it has LeBron James, they are winning that series. So if the Lakers go 7 with the Clippers, bye-bye Clippers.
It's gonna be tough.
But that's who I have.
I am picking the upset. I'm just playing. I'm not picking the upset. Wow. I am picking the Lakers in. I'm picking the Lakers in 6.
Smart man. Very smart.
I'm not doing this to stroke your ego, okay? Although, if there's any team
to stroke,
it is the Clippers.
I don't know. Not really worried. So that would now leave us between the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers, which we started off the podcast explaining that we both agree that the Lakers would probably win that series. I have the Lakers. I don't know who he has, but I have the Lakers winning that in a cool 7 game series. 7 game series. No, I'm gonna say 6 or 7 between the two.
See, there it is. There's his bias talking.
I said 6 or 7.
I got the Nets winning this in 6. This is gonna be like a very good finals. It's not gonna be the most entertaining finals. It's just one of those most anticipated finals. But I got the Nets in 6. And the world will not respect the Nets winning. And no. I'm gonna say it doesn't count.
Of course. Of course. Well, there you have it, guys. That is our playoff predictions. Leave in the comments section your playoff predictions. Do you have any upsets? Do you think that we're missing something?
Yeah, the Warriors is gonna
let us know.
Warriors is gonna get to the conference finals.
And so now we move on. Now we move on to the
Wait. Before we move on,
to the
because I saw an interesting thing yesterday where people were like saying, people were actually like saying like Gobert is about to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And like it seems like he's actually about to win Defensive Player of the Year, which I think is crazy because I could have sworn Ben Simmons was leading in in that race the whole year, pretty much.
No, he wasn't, which is stupid. I just hate the fact that the league values a big man blocking in the post, in the paint, rather than a man that can guard 1 through 4 on the perimeter and in the interior. That's defense rather than one man who can only guard one position and is a non-factor on the perimeter. I hate that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, hey.
Yeah. Apparently Gobert is about to win Defensive Player of the Year. Saying to me. Or Ben.
Awesome. Bull crap. Guess Utah has to win something, right?
Okay. I mean, It is Utah, like LeBron said. Anybody playing with Utah on 2K?
Right. Nobody plays with Karl Malone. Nobody uses Donovan Mitchell.
All right. I mean, that's our NBA talk for today. Now, moving along.
Moving on. Oh, I couldn't see all the smoke. Anyway. So, there's a lot of controversy that's been going on because of the bashing of Kwame Brown. Now, if you don't know who Kwame Brown is, he is a former first-round pick from the Charlotte Bobcats and was personally drafted by Michael Jordan and was highly anticipated to make a great impression and have a great career, but was soon struck down and confidence was shattered because his idol humiliated him on a daily basis. So he played on Charlotte, he played with the Lakers with LeBron, not LeBron, Kobe Bryant. And he never really did anything. He was just always be considered as the person with no post moves, can't play defense, small hands, no coordination. But I've always been I've been hearing very interesting things that he was very athletic and had very good potential.
Yeah,
You know,
his
and
upside was crazy.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. So like hearing that, it's like you know, well, you know, and so he's back in the news because there's this podcast called All the Smoke that has co-host Matt Barnes, who's a former NBA player, and Steven Jackson, and who's a former NBA player also. And they did their regularly routine of doing the podcast on a weekly basis, and they had Gilbert Arenas as a guest, and the subject of Kwame Brown came about, and they both were essentially just bashing him because of how garbage he was. And you know, as an NBA fan, we have heard a lot of Kwame Brown disrespect throughout the years, and we haven't heard anything from Kwame Brown. But I guess he's had enough because the man came out of nowhere and just he gave his 2 cents and then some.
and then some.
I don't know if we're gonna add the clip or any there.
Gilbert Arenas is the worst thing for niggas. He act like he like black folks. Him, Steven Jackson, all of them. And that little Matt Barnes, that little shit you did to put a battery in Jack back, that little tapping and all that little girl shit. I used to like you, but now I see you one of them confused little light-skinned niggas that was never dark enough to hang with the blacks, so you had to act like a jackass to prove you was tough, and you was never white enough to be with the whites. So you just an angry little nigga. And so the shit you say is always aggressive and stupid. You don't know how to respect a man in his space. Nigga, I ain't never said nothing to you or about you. So to go that far and tap and do all that little girl shit, what's wrong with you niggas? Who raised you niggas to take food out of another man's mouth? Who raised you little Stephen A. million ass niggas to be so girly and and how to look at you show? I thank you little girl ass niggas for the platform. I needed something to talk about. And you little girl ass niggas is the topic. And I hope I offend one of you two or three. Or just keep it a man. Because all of you know me. Talking like that. Wakanda, Black Lives Matter. But you talking like that about another black man that ain't say a bitch ass thing to you or about you. When they would have got the same ratings leaving what they said out. I think you guys need to start having a little more respect in your tongue when you're talking about people that help their mothers and sacrifice their entire life to get to a point to where most men only dream about. I think you guys need to focus and channel that energy on some more real problems, like the way we are as black males and the way that we look. And Steven Jackson, maybe you could put that motherfucking blunt out and pull your pants up on your ass and put that rag down and act like a grown ass man instead of a little ass boy. Becky with the good hair, go to counseling. And Gilbert, you already knew. I was quiet on you for years. I wasn't gonna say nothing. You the right hand arm of them white boys. You niggas is the worst nigga. You took food. You took down there. What did I get? 3 years, 25 with the Lakers. I was slotted to get 80, 88 because what a Tyson got. Nigga, you took millions out my mouth, nigga, and you shout like you somebody, like you love black folks. You the whitest black boy I ever know. So y'all niggas miss me with all that, nigga. Whichever one of these white folk paying you niggas to come at me, this here one, you niggas better go find you something better to do. Becky with the good hair, you need counseling, boy. All that goddamn rage for no reason. She chose, nigga. She chose.
All sorts of things. And it's kind of funny because now that we are seeing this unfold in front of us, Steven Jackson's only response, he's the only one who has responded as of right now, but his only response is basketball-wise. He's just continuing to poke at his basketball skills and what he's done in the NBA, as opposed to Kwame, who's taking it off the court and talking about different things. So it's kind of funny to see how this unfolds, and we've never seen Kwame act like this.
Yeah, Kwame wanted all the smoke. It seems like he's the one who should have the podcast name. Stuff he was saying was hilarious though. His nigga said Matt Barnes doesn't know if he wants. He's like he was too. He couldn't be black or he couldn't be white, so they just didn't know what he wanted to be. Hilarious.
Yeah.
And then
saying that he's supposed to be like Drake taking people girls, but instead Derek Fisher took his. Yeah.
That's them's fighting's words. Them's right there, boss.
Yeah.
Them's fighting words right there, boss.
Yeah. But hey, it's all things go, right?
Yes, so, and Gilbert, to me, Steven Jackson responded kind of like Steven Jackson's response. Steven Jackson's like, yeah, we're all NBA players, but you were the first round pick, sir. You were the one who was touted to be this great player, and yet we all talk about how bad your skills are.
Right.
And Steven Jackson was like, he ain't got no qualms about how he lives his life. He knows he lives his life a certain way, so that don't face him. The fact that you bring up things he's done and girls he paid for, like they don't care about none of that.
Right.
For me, I just wanted to hear a response from Gilbert of all people, because he essentially was like, Gilbert is putting on this front, and he pulled Gilbert's, like, he pulled all their black card like we talked about, but he pulled Gilbert's black card to the maximum, and like and that said Becky with the good hair and stuff like that, like and I just want to hear Gilbert's response, because we all know Gilbert has a history. This man was a great shooter in all regards of the aspect.
Okay. Let's not bring those up.
So it'd be interesting to see if Gilbert, is Gilbert gonna respond by talking, or is Gilbert gonna pull up with the arm sleeve, so to speak?
I mean, truth be told, I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter saying, they don't want no smoke with Kwame because they see he's serious. Woody woody woo.
I heard Kwame will like fold some stuff. Maybe not hands.
Yeah, that man is 6'11", 200 something pounds.
He's from Alabama too. Them Alabama people don't play.
No, he's not.
He ain't? I thought he was from Alabama.
He's from Carolina.
Oh, for real?
He's a Carolina guy.
There's some hope for you, Gilbert.
South Carolina.
But that man, you said South Carolina.
Country.
You said South. That there is different. I was from North Carolina for a second.
No.
There's some hope for you, Gilbert. He was a Bama guy.
I don't think Gilbert's the one that needs hope.
What do you? No.
I don't think he's the one that needs the hope here, though. I don't think he is, because I think he can hold his own.
He's a great shooter, so Stats speak for themselves.
So apparently, yeah, we haven't heard anything from them. So now we're waiting for a reply or arguably the next podcast to see if his name comes up. And so we're just waiting to get more information on that. But we just brought it up because we thought it was hilarious, and that was one of the biggest news that just happened within the last 48 hours.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of basketball, it's been a very interesting week. We got the playoffs, and then this happened. So, y'all keep your eyes and ears peeled, and if we hear anything, then by next week, we'll be sure to let y'all know.
And we will update y'all. But as of right now, that's all the information we have on that. But it is very interesting because a role player that was widely considered as one of the biggest busts in NBA history now is opening his mouth and giving his opinion on the backlash of his name. Is kind of funny,
People are like, why is he standing up for himself now, and he didn't stand up for himself against MJ and Kobe?
He knew better.
I don't think,
he knew who to talk to.
I don't think people realize how freaking scary Mike and MJ were in terms of basketball.
They were the Jamals of the NBA. They didn't play that.
Good, but good for you, Kwame. Stand up for yourself,
Mr. Brown.
Don't let these people bully you, bro.
Not that you had a choice or anything, but
okay.
That brother is gone.
I want to know if Stephen A. caught wind of this.
I was actually kind of curious to see if they was even gonna talk about it because they found ways to talk about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with on-court basketball.
Stephen A. made that whole rant about Kwame. So I just figured if he was like, let me text his brother. His brother comes after me.
Nah, he knew. But then again, that's one of the players that he probably don't really care.
Even they be trying to act tough sometimes, so.
Yeah, come on, Steven. Your name is Steven. There's not many hard Stevens out there.
Alright. Moving along. It's not only been a big week in terms of basketball, it's also been a big week in terms of music.
Yes, sir.
We had two big projects in particular. We had Nicki Minaj drop was this an album or was this a mixtape?
I'll call it a mixtape.
Yeah, we'll say it's a mixtape. And Beat Me Up Scotty is the name of and then we had the highly anticipated The Off Season by J.Cole. That also dropped this past Friday.
Right.
Me and you listened to both, and care to give your opinion and on rating on. We'll start with Nicki's project, and then we'll go to the off season.
Nicki's, I'll give it. So before I get my rating on Nicki's, are we gonna? The mixtape was made in. The majority of it was made in 2009. So are we gonna base it off of if we were listening in 2009 or if we're listening right now?
I mean, songs that were from 2009, I had heard some of those. Some of those were still pretty decent. When I was listening to the project, so it holds up. Like the 2009 songs on there, they hold up. Because if you're familiar with the beats and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, okay, she rapped on this beat. I didn't know she rapped on this beat, and then she did her thing.
Right.
So
If you asking me, I give Nicki's a 6.5, 7, somewhere in there.
0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the mixtape. It's this the Nicki I've been saying that needs to come back. Like I've been saying, Nicki needs to come back to hip hop. Needs to come back to rap. The whole
Right.
pop thing. I get it. You got your bag, but now that you've secured your bag, come back to the rap. Come back to hip hop, because that's where you need to be. That's where you belong. So this was good for me. This was like nostalgic feeling for me. Got rap Nicki. We got Nicki who gets on beats, and she wants to prove that she can hang with the guys, hang with the fellas. So this mixtape was a good, same 6.5 for me. She did her thing, and the new song she has on there with Wayne and Drake is absolutely amazing. So she was able to bring out old Wayne. I ain't heard that in a while.
All right, we can stop all this from
It's not slander. It's Wayne. Come on, man. Like you're fully capable.
It's Weezy F.
Like, come on, man. Do something about the dreads and bring back old Wayne.
Trying to say you didn't like the new Wayne?
New Wayne was not old Wayne, so.
Sounds like you're being a little racist there.
Not that racist.
I don't know, something about it just doesn't sit right with me.
Whatever that means.
Hey.
But yes, solid project. Nice little mixtape. No. We'll see.
So now we have the Mr. Jermaine Cole.
And can you say his name with a little bit more like respect?
Jermaine Cole. Jermaine Cole.
Jermaine.Cole. Can you like list his like aliases, if you will? That's
KOD Cole.
Okay, I'll just take it. I'll just
2014.
I'll just take it from here. Yes, most anticipated album, as far as we know, for this year.
It really wasn't. It wasn't. Stop it.
Hey, we don't know when we're getting the other one, so
All right, then. So we all know it wasn't the most anticipated.
As far as we know, this is the most anticipated album.
Stop that right now.
Because I'm not so sure we're getting any of.
I'm not going to allow it.
The off season from Mr. Jermaine Cole. The real is back.
It was a bust.
Young Simba himself. Okay. And that's been another episode of LeJit Podcast, guys. Appreciate you guys for watching.
Yeah, it was a bust. Like Kwame Brown. Bang. Sorry, Kwame. I ain't mean that. Alright, I'm up there. But no, for real. It was good. It was. It's not. I don't think it was what any of us expected it to be. But it was still a great project. It's a project that you'll listen to, of course. But it's not, oh yeah, we're expecting the off season and this is what I expected off here. This is what I got. No, that wasn't it. But nevertheless, it was still a great project. I came to the conclusion I'm giving it so y'all know, when I give these ratings, I compare it to their body of work. I'm not comparing it to nobody else or nothing. Compared it to what they have already done. So I'm giving this a 7.58. Somewhere in there. Because we all can agree that 2014 was a solid 10. 9.5, 10. KOD was a cool 8. What's the other one?
Born Center.
You know what was that? Born Center was a 8. Born Center is an 8.
For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only is a cool 7.5.
Yeah.
Maybe because
For Your Eyes
that's
Only.
That's an underrated. That's underrated.
I wasn't a huge fan of For Your Eyes Only. It had some songs in there, but not a huge fan.
That's kind of underrated if you ask me. But yeah, so the off season I'm giving it a 7.5, 8. Now I'll let the professional right hand man of the Jermaine Cole Fan Club Foundation give his opinion.
Listen, yes, I am a huge fan. Cole, if you're listening, you know, I could maybe be some kind of assistant for Dreamville or something like that. That would be cool. But yeah, I love the album. And I'm not saying that because of bias, but I feel like it was something different. And I feel like he touched back on his roots a little bit. I felt like there was a little Friday Night Lights Cole in there. Young Simba, if you will. I liked it. But I'm not going to give it a high score or nothing like that. I mean, well, it's a high score in terms of, I'm going to give it an 8. Tempted to give it an 8.5, but I'm going to put the album right there with KOD. They're two different different listens, but they both have their
right.
They both have their greatness about them. And then he hit us with some features this time around, and they were fire, bruh. They were so fire. Cole and Savage. With
right.
Mike and Scotty on one of the songs. There.
Here we go.
Fire album. I expected nothing less from Cole. It was most definitely, if you're a hooper, this was the album for you.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a great, like I said, it was a great project. But comparing it to the music he's already released in his career, it's not the best. Jermaine, before the album even dropped, you had people saying it was gonna be a classic. Come on, man.
Hey, it was.
All right. Anyway,
I shed a tear.
Yeah, the album's really good. There we go.
I shed a tear on listening to this album. So, it's probably gonna get album of the year. In my book.
Until
Because I'm not sure.
We're not even halfway through the year.
I'm not sure anybody else.
We're not even halfway through the year.
I'm not sure anybody else is dropping. No, not sure. They say they are, and they told us they was. Been kind of quiet.
We have TDE announced that somebody on their,
it's gonna be Schoolboy Q.
That in their group is supposed to be dropping. We don't know who it is. Everybody's anticipating Kendrick, but no one should get their hopes up.
Schoolboy Q.
Then Drake, of course, said he's dropping Certified Lover Boy sometime this year. And, of course, we haven't heard anything from anybody else significant. We haven't heard anything from the Young Thug, because that slime language was cheeks.
You didn't like? There were some songs in slime language, man. I like some of the songs in slime language.
It was like 2 or 3. I messed with. I just wasn't a fan because I know Young Thug understands that nobody cares about nobody else on that company but him. And people like Gunna, don't get me wrong, but everybody else, nobody really cares but for Young Thug. That's just honesty.
You're hurting Jeffrey's feelings right now.
You know, Jeffrey would be very much better off telling Jermaine to drop the album that they have together, like I said last week. If Jeffrey and Jermaine came and just said, you know what, we're dropping this, that would benefit both of them.
Nah, they gotta make you wait on it,
Of course, it's just ignorant because Cole loves to do this little waiting game. It says it's not the time. Well, when is the time then, Jermaine?
Time when the time is time.
All right, so now yeah, so we had a great this past Friday regarding music. It's been by far the best Friday as far as music releasing, because we haven't had any great Fridays of music releasing.
There was some there was a lot of releases Friday. I didn't hear all of them, but I get to it eventually.
I checked out the Kodak Black released an album. It was a short one. He got a lot of, I won't say negative reviews, but they weren't like, I like the album reviews. But he put out a tweet I saw saying that album was for his Haitian people.
Hey.
And so that was a little bit more understanding, but I came away liking about two, 3 songs on there. And then of course I ended up listening to the Migos single that they put out, which wasn't too bad. It gave me Culture One vibes. Not quite young rich niggas vibes, or the handsome and wealthy vibes. None of that. It was more Culture One vibes.
Well, it's rumored that we're supposed to be getting the next Culture album, right? So maybe.
Yeah, they released the facts from Quality Control saying that Culture 3 is on the way this year. I don't remember what month, but me personally, I'm not excited. I'm not. Because I don't mean to get on this rant, but as a fan, I don't understand how artists don't understand. Your fans love when you were the older you. That's when they first started listening to you. They don't like this new you. It only works for a certain amount of people. Like Jermaine, okay, you're cool. Kendrick, okay. Drake, this nigga been changing since forever, but we still rock with him. But like niggas like 21 Savage and Migos, and it's like, nigga, we listened to y'all when y'all came out in the 2010s. Why are y'all like switching up? It's not the same.
What is your qualm with 21? Huh? 21 dialed it back, okay? He doesn't have to talk about all the killings and whatnots.
I don't think. See, I think the people would agree with me. Like Savage Mode and yeah, was that the name of it? The Metro Boom and the 21 Savage. It was called Savage Mode.
His first one.
Yeah.
It was called Savage Mode. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first Savage Mode. Then you had No Warning, the collab he did with Offset. You had all the other mixtapes he did prior to before he got big. That music is golden. But ever since, A Lot and Bank Account, it's like, they ain't the same 21, man. And Migos, don't even get me started on y'all. I was a heavy Beagles fan. You know, all of the young rich niggas, no label, street on lock. That's what we want to hear. We don't want to see Culture 3. Because history has shown us after an artist goes on this little series of naming stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4. After number 4, it's like, all right, you can ask Mr. Wheezy F about that.
No, that's not fair, Wayne. Okay.
It is fair.
Wayne was doing so
Wayne
great,
did very great,
up until 5.
Yes.
I don't know what happened.
That's what I
said.
said.
Maybe it was the enzymes from
After
the
4,
dread
I
dye.
don't know.
But it just was not the same. And of course, you know, like this dude was probably watching way too many skate videos or something. And he forgot who he was for a second.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, that didn't sit right with none of us, Wayne. I think he knows that.
I think Carter 5 was like the biggest, I was so disappointed. Like I was hurt. Like I was like hurt, like as in terms of like oh yeah, we're going to the amusement park next week. And you're so happy, and then next week coming like, oh sorry, can't go to the amusement park. We have to work. Like,
I mean, yeah.
And they don't tell you till you're actually like coming out your room all dressed and ready. You know, that's when you find out. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, it's crazy because I remember that was heavily anticipated, and then you finally get the little mini video he did saying Carter 5 on the way. Everybody's excited. You see the track list. You see, he has a Kendrick feature on there. He has a who else was on there? XX was on there. Yeah, you're excited. He got some young niggas on there. You're like, okay, cool. Just for you to listen to it, and it didn't take, but for like the first 30 to an hour, he's trending on Twitter saying this is not that good.
But. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think,
but
of course, he had all this stuff. I mean, it was the first Carter post Birdman, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it.
I don't think that even had nothing to do.
I'm just
with
making
it,
excuses. I really don't want to like bash Wayne. Like,
I don't either. Y'all don't know. I know who Wayne is. I'm a huge advocate of saying Wayne's the GOAT, right? So this guy put me. Well, he did. I could say he put me on, but he reminded me. Should I say?
I'll put you on. Tell the people.
Because I know you didn't. I never went back to listen to any of Wayne's older stuff or any of the Carter. I just never took the time to listen to it. So he reminded me, and I did so. And it's like, man,
You're welcome. You're welcome for that.
You know what? I'm gonna give. No, let's stop. All right, so we're just gonna give Wayne a break.
Yeah.
Right. He gave us Dedication 5 and Carter 5. Of course, Carter 5 was cheeks. Dedication 5 wasn't too bad. It's not the best dedication, of course, but it's not terrible. So we're gonna just wait until the next. So I mean, don't get well. I was gonna say his features haven't been horrible, but the best. Since we're talking about Wayne, just to bring this up, the best Wayne features since that Carter 5 was Poppin' remix.
Yeah.
That DJ Khaled feature he just released about a week ago, that's not
I'm telling
Wayne.
you, man,
that was
enzymes from the.
That.
You need to go ahead and wash.
I keep
He
saying
has to
that.
wash his hair. That's what it is.
He does. He does.
Wayne, you ever find like You ever find like lint while you're like sweeping behind the couch?
Oh, there we go. Yes, I did.
That's what his hair is looking like these days. But like when Wayne had neater dreads, he was a better rapper.
That's a fact. And when they were black, yes. Before Wayne did this blonde, free from baby hair, long hair dreads, he was the GOAT. And it's sad to see him just like this. But hey. We'll get together.
Let's hope so. Dear God, let's hope. He doesn't.
Wayne, we're praying for you.
Oh man, what a
moment of silence for Wayne.
He's not dead.
I didn't say he was. You know,
I mean,
his talent is kind of dying.
Yeah, hopefully they can put.
It's not the worth ethic. It's not the skill. It's not the heart. We don't know what it is. What is it? Is it the passion?
Yeah, I think Wayne still has passion for music. It's just one of those things where, like, I think he's like, okay, I'm at the tail end of my career. I don't really have to try as hard. It's not like I'm trying to outsell nobody. I ain't got nothing to prove no more. You know what I mean? Let these young guys do their thing. And OG Wayne is here.
I don't know,
if
man.
You need me. I think Wayne realized he's at his Snoop level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the OG is here if you need him. He'll give us some new music every now and then. He's not looking to be at the top. He was already at the top. He's already proven himself to be one of the top rappers of all time. So,
right, the best of all time.
Oh,
it is debatable, but hey, I've come to the conclusion. But hey, we're gonna give Wayne we're gonna see what he can do. But we don't know when his next project will ever be, if there even will be. But we're looking for. Oh yeah, because Dedication 5 came out this year, didn't it?
Dedication 5? No, that was last year, right?
Yeah. Could have sworn it was this year.
When it?
With the BB King freestyle with Drake and the DJ Khaled and all that.
Oh, that was No Ceilings 2 or 3.
No Ceilings 2. That's what it was. What am I talking about? Oh, you had me up here saying Dedication 5 all this time.
I thought you were just talking about Dedication.
Yeah,
Dedication 5 was okay.
No, I meant No Ceilings. Yeah, the No Ceilings wasn't too bad. That's what I was referring to when I was saying Dedication 5 for you guys that got mistaken. But yeah, so we don't know when the next time we're gonna get any Wayne, but I'm hoping it's something legendary. Even worst case scenario, Wayne, if you don't like what you about to put together, just say, you know what, let me give them some old stuff. We will be happy. We won't judge. That's what we want.
Yeah, you don't have to like. I think sometimes I feel like Wayne feels like he has to keep up with the times.
Make new stuff.
You ain't got to keep up with the times, Wayne.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but then it's not even like, bro. He knows. It's like I feel like every rapper knows what their fans want, but he just don't give it to them. Wayne knows that we want old Wayne music, and he also knows that we want that Drake collaboration, tape. Kendrick knows that we want that Jermaine, duo. It's just like rappers know what their fans want, but they just don't give it to them.
Yeah, they be holding on to things like they're like some kind of. Y'all don't put out the music. I mean, it is what it is.
But hey,
great week though. Great week.
Yeah. Nevertheless, and by the next time y'all hear this, see this podcast, we will be in the first round of the NBA playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I ain't got nothing for the question of the day wise. I don't know if you have anything. I mean, we've already we touched on so much. Hey.
Yeah. Let me. Where are my questions at? Where are my questions at?
We'll try to make it like a
Oh, here you go.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I just doing that. We trying to touch bases on like a while ago. In this moment in your life right now, what is the name of the chapter of your life at this moment in time?
That's interesting.
I think mine would be just getting started.
I think mine would be like choices, you know? Yeah, I think I'd call mine choices.
Choices.
Yeah. Seems like I have a lot of like decision making to make. It's all on me to like follow through on them, whatnot. But you know, anything I do from here on out is like gonna be a decision for my future.
That makes sense. Choices.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
That is the question of the day, guys. Give us y'all's answers in the description. It's funny thinking about this because it's like, you know, we say that and then we get no comments, so it'd be funny.
Yeah.
But
I hate when people like have a birthday and like, this is chapter 25 of my life. Like, shut up. This ain't a book. Give it a real title if it's important like that to you. No. Chapter.
Kind of interested people. Some people consider their life a movie. Some consider it a chapter.
I ain't gonna lie. Mine feels like sometimes it feels like a movie. Sometimes it feels like a damn sitcom. Like. Sometimes it feels like a sitcom. Shout out to the boy Manny.
Shout out Manny. That's dumb.
It sometimes feel like a sitcom.
Yeah, sitcom.
Like,
yeah.
With some drama added into it, you know. Like feel like Fresh Prince sometimes.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Serious moments and then some laughs. Yeah, I agree. That's all we have for y'all today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you guys can follow us on our gaming channel. That's always fun. We're always doing things.
Yeah.
That's just Twitch TV /Real One Gaming and Twitch TV /Kev_23. My gaming YouTube channel is up. Real One Gaming on YouTube. Playing a little bit of Resident Evil.
Right.
You know, fun. A little.
I will be making me a gaming channel soon. Just in the process of waiting on better games to come out, and or buying me a PC, whichever one goes first.
He trying to get this guy to venture out, you know, get the brand going. I gotta get the brand going.
Whichever one comes first, then that'll spark the gaming channel. So y'all keep an eye out on that.
Yeah.
But As for now, man, subscribe, like, share, comment, do all that good stuff. Trying to get the podcast going. The more y'all help us, the better we can be for y'all.
Yeah. And I know this episode is probably going to be longer than most. I mean, we had so much to talk about, though. I mean, we could have talked about all these topics for much longer, but we ain't trying to hold y'all up.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all for watching. You know, hit that like button. And until next time, remember, that ain't us.
Keep your stick on the ice.
Okay.
Shout out Troy Dan.
If it ain't us, it ain't legit. We're out of here. Yeah.
Remember, kids, don't be a bust.
Okay.